Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's nightmare adventure, Night of Death, an 8.6 rated classic. Let's unveil its mystery. The story begins. Hero Craig is invited to a farm, eager to become a handy repairman. Upon arrival, he feels odd, sensing something amiss. His intuition says he's been here, like Reapling series, till Elliot, the owner, shows up and leads him in. Elliot warmly introduces friends, but Craig feels uneasy as they look like his nightmare does. Craig is shocked. Every single person there has appeared in his nightmares. Is this a coincidence or a bad omen? Dr. Van doesn't seem to care. After all, they've never met. Craig has to spill it. Okay, I've dreamt about you all. At first, everyone thinks their ears are playing tricks, convinced Craig must have seen them somewhere, but he's frantically trying to clarify. Deep thoughts swirl as questions flood his mind. Is there some profound meaning hidden in this house? Dr. Van, the psychiatrist, decides to dig deeper, asking Craig to describe his dream in detail, but Craig says he can only recall bits and pieces for a few seconds, as if stuck in a crack of the dream door. He vaguely remembers a mysterious woman will visit tonight, mumbling something about being broke, sounding like a ghostly guest. Surprisingly, everyone believes Craig, except for the psychiatrist, who doubts the significance of familiarity. The others chime in, sharing their bizarre experiences as if seeking comfort for their unsettled hearts. Racer Granger recalls his painful moments, striding out of the ward as if saying, "Goodbye, hospital," him hitting the road. Just after the nurse leaves, he picks up her book, but needs floods his mind as if controlled by some mysterious force outside the window. He checks the clock and, goodness, it's suddenly 4:15 p.m., leaving him utterly baffled. Granger cautiously opens the window and is taken aback. The night sky has turned to bright daylight, and he's like, whoa. Even more bizarre, there's a hearse parked outside, making his heart race like crazy. How thrilling. He panics, finding his way back to the bed, thinking, is it possible him hallucinating after the injury? Sure enough, he checks the clock again and it's 9:50 p.m. What a swift change. He's going back and forth like it's a game. Time and space in the hospital seem to be playing hide and seek, and he's completely clueless. After hearing Granger's tale, Dr. Van rationally concludes, it's merely the fear of death. Granger keeps reminiscing, and after a few days of his discharge, things get weirder and weirder. While getting ready to take the bus home, he realizes the ticket seller is the driver from that hearse. What a chilling coincidence. Even more outrageous, the time is once again 4:15 p.m., stacking up coincidences like pancakes. Granger is too scared to get on, just watch the bus drive away, secretly hoping this is just a nightmare. But alas, it doesn't last. The bus has barely gone a distance when it crashes. Everyone on board meets their end. Even if it's a real experience, Dr. Van still insists it's merely an illusion, as they argue away. Just then, a mysterious woman bursts in, claiming she took a cab here. Chillingly coincidental. What's even more outrageous is that she precisely aligns with what Craig dreamt of. It's truly a living, breathing miracle. Then, a girl named Sally suddenly chimes in, sharing her marvelous experience from years ago during Christmas. They played hide and seek, and one of her friends recounted a chilling tale that gave her goosebumps. The tale spoke of a room where a girl had strangled her own brother straight out of a horror novel. At first, Sally thought her friend was making a bad joke, but encountering a sobbing boy changed everything. The boy tells Sally he and his sister are in this room, leaving her completely puzzled. She hadn't seen him before or his sister. She thought this tale was wildly unreliable. Yet the boy keeps praising her for being so kind, not like his sister who wanted to take her out yet. Sally thought, if he's so cute, she'll stay and keep him company until he drifts off to dreamland. When she returns to the hall, a nightmare tango begins as she mentions the boy she met upstairs. A friend hears the boy's name and looks like she's seen a ghost. Turns out he was the one who got killed ages ago. Upon learning the truth, Sally nearly faints, turning into a real-life statue. Next, a woman named Joan shares her mysterious encounter, redefining the term unbelievable. It was her boyfriend's birthday, and she thoughtfully gifted him a mirror to talk about reflective luck. But as they prepared to go out for dinner, the mirror showed an unexpected landscape that made him gasp. During dinner, Peter mentions it to Jones, who shrugs it off all. Ignorance is bliss. After dinner, Peter returns home, anxious, and finds the mirror showing scenes like a magician's trick. The mirror shows some unknown room, and Jones notices Peter's moods turning progressively strange. They should be planning their wedding, but Jones thinks Peter is just suffering from pre-wedding jitters. However, his condition gets stranger and stranger. Peter insists on postponing the wedding, as looking at the mirror each night fills her with dread. What a hassle.